My name's John Graham, and I'm the badass granddad you didn't know you had. And I'm here to tell you another story of my adventures. This one about getting stoned in Iran, and I don't mean with cannabis. I'll also offer in these episodes some tips on taking risks and living a life with meaning, courage, and passion. The year after I graduated college, I hitchhiked around the world, and the toughest part of that was the long, lonely stretch from Iran to the Indian border. You go across a lot of really wild, barren country. There's almost no paved roads. The desert between Iran and Afghanistan is called the Desert of Death, for example, which gives you some idea of the kind of country you're going through. There's a bunch of small villages, few cities. Anyway, I was looking for a ride to take me there, and I lucked out. I found two young women who were Mormon missionaries, just finished the missionary service in Switzerland, of all places, and they were taking a long way back to Salt Lake City, and they were really looking for a guy to travel with because the role of women, the value of women in that part of the world is just slightly above that of camels, so it was a lot safer for them to travel with someone like me, and so they asked me if I'd come with them, and I was overjoyed. I mean, it was a real win-win situation, so off we went. Day or two out of Tehran, we passed the city of Mashhad, which is the second or third holiest site in all of Islam, and especially the mosque in the center of town there was very important, a very holy spot. Now, if you know anything about the Islamic world, you know you don't take a lot of pictures. You don't take pictures of their holy sites. But Anna, who was driving at the time, didn't know that, really didn't give a damn. So she stops the van in front of the mosque, rolls down the window, and starts snapping pictures with her camera. Now people start pointing at her and growling and waving their fists, and a whole lot of other people start gathering. A couple of them are picking up rocks, but she doesn't care. She keeps taking pictures. And I'm getting a little nervous, so I say, hey, we got to get out of here, just as the first rocks begin to clang against the side of the van. And we do get out of there. By then it's a whole mob, and they're chasing after us. I don't know what would have happened had the mob caught us, but it sure as hell wouldn't have been to bring out the welcome wagon, I can tell you that. There's a point to the story, and that is, if you're going into some place and you're going to see people that you don't know and whose behavior you don't know, it's always smart to take a little time and plan ahead. Get some idea where you're going and who the people are that you're going to be meeting there. And I'm not talking about areas like I was in on that trip, traveling through a place called, for example, the Desert of Death. I'm talking about, for example, your first day in a new job or meeting in a new event or a new place or a new group. Do some planning, figure out where you're going. You'll be glad you did.